One. Hello, everyone.
Hey,
My name is Decker, and this is my friend.
I'm Jeremy. So this is the first episode of our podcast / show
Ranking thing.
Yeah, some episodes will be like ranking stuff. The main fandoms that we'll be covering will be stuff like
Star Wars,
Marvel,
Avatar.
DC. Yeah, we'll do Avatar, and by that I mean like Avatar: The Last Airbender.
We aren't into blue people stuff.
Yeah. We've also got
Animation stuff.
Yeah,
maybe
animation a little bit, and maybe a bit of Harry Potter,
and gaming especially.
Yeah, gaming. Just in general, it's going to be like, basic stuff within that bracket.
Basic nerd stuff.
Yeah.
So our first ranking will be of the Star Wars movies, canon, whatchamacallit. Well, I mean Visions as in canon. Basically all Star Wars shows that are relevant.
Yeah. Okay. So
our first thing, a very famous thing, A New Hope.
Yes.
I'm putting that bad boy in S.
Okay, that's fair.
First Star Wars movie, one of the best, not the best out of the original trilogy, though.
Yeah, in that case, then I'd just say A.
Fine. We'll do A. Nostalgia carries this movie. Still,
I wouldn't even say nostalgia carries it.
It's a good movie. You can watch it standalone. You can watch it in the trilogy. Just don't watch the sequels.
We're not gonna. Just so you know, neither of us like the sequels, but we're not gonna be hating on you if you like the sequels.
I will be. He will. I'm messing. Okay, second, Empire Strikes Back.
Empire.
That is an S tier.
S tier.
Not
Empire's better than A New Hope.
Yes, it has a lot of emotion, has some good choreography, has the biggest plot twist in movie history. Fight me on that.
Well, here's the thing, though. Everybody knows about it at this point. It's been parodied to death.
But at that time, that was the most miraculous plot twist in all movies.
Yes. Real quick, Decker, how long have you been a Star Wars fan?
My whole life. I was born into it.
Now I'm 5 or so years. So at this point, pretty much a third of my life.
Yeah.
But I will say it's arguable which one of us is a bigger Star Wars fan.
We're about fighting.
Who's the one sitting here with
I just don't spend my money on Lego stuff.
Okay. And not just Legos, all Star Wars stuff.
Yeah. I make bad financial decisions.
I think literally the only piece of sequels memorabilia I have is a C-3PO action figure with the red arm.
Yeah. Okay. Back on topic. Return of the Jedi.
Return.
A2.
High A2. Yeah, I'd put Return above A New Hope.
3 trilogy. Best trilogy. No, not
best trilogy. Prequels.
Prequel, yeah.
Yeah, we're both prequels lovers. Okay. Get used to it. Deal with it.
Cry about it.
Yeah.
Well, don't cry about it. We're just 2 random idiots ranking Star Wars movies. But great standalone movie. Vader's redemption arc, top tier. Ending amazing. Sidious was a great overhead villain. And he's just a great villain all around.
Yeah. Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Starts off slow, had the best, not choreography, but best score. Duel of the Fates.
Easily the best.
I'm going to put it in B, though.
B, yeah, I feel like that's fair.
It's basically the mid-tier. That's what you base all movies off of.
I wouldn't say it's what you base all movies off of.
In my opinion, that's why I go off.
Okay.
Is it like Revenge? Is it like Phantom Menace?
I'm a big Darth Maul fan. Honestly, like Decker can tell you, Darth Maul is probably my favorite Sith.
like me, Darth Tyrannus or Darth Bane or any of the old Republic era.
Okay, I would say Revan's probably a close second.
Revan's just Revan. If you don't have Revan in your top 5 Sith, you're whack. And I will die on that hill. Okay. Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones.
Low.
Low A?
Low A.
Okay.
Dooku versus Anakin Obi-Wan.
I really like Dooku, and that's mostly in part to the amazing book Dooku Jedi Lost. If you have not read that, read it now.
I did kind of pirate that book. Pirated a PDF. I'm being serious. Like, after you read it, I got bored one day.
Decker, we're gonna get canceled.
Oh, what are they gonna do? It's a PDF.
Okay.
Episode 3, best Star Wars movie. Fight me on that. Fight me on that.
Yeah.
Amazing choreography, amazing story, amazing emotions, amazing plot, amazing everything.
Now
fight me on it.
And here's the thing I love about episode 3. It feels like most other things in Star Wars enhance it. So, like,
it builds on it, feeds off the success of other movies, like Rogue One.
Rogue One, I don't see how that's really connected. But what I was trying to say is, like, you've got the Clone Wars season 7 is tightly connected. You see Order 66 flashbacks and stuff like that throughout the canon, in all the books, and
throughout Rebels.
I would also say episode 3 is probably the most important
and most well written, and most.
I don't know if I'd say most well written.
Well, what's better?
Like, I'd say. Okay, so obviously I love episode 3.
We all do.
But, like, it's honestly tied with Empire for
me. Okay, I respect that. Both had great emotions. Both had very memorable scenes.
I just say that episode 3 is way more quotable. Like, the entire prequels trilogy is quotable. It's memeable.
The memes literally.
And here's the thing. Sequel lovers, no hate, but when people make fun of the sequels,
it's laughing at the sequels, not with the sequels.
Yeah,
it's the best way to put it.
And I see a lot of sequel fans just get mad at that when you make fun of the sequels. So
yeah,
but then you make fun of the prequels,
and then you have everyone on your hands.
No. Prequels fans are just getting hyped up with you making fun of them and
everyone else. Yeah. Okay.
So,
episode 7. Back on. I'm gonna say low B.
Low B, easily the best of the sequel trilogies.
Yeah.
I would definitely say
I like the last fight. I love Finn. Wish he was the main character, not that scavenger son of a gun named Rey.
Yeah.
I wish very strongly.
And here's the thing. There was a lot of stuff behind the scenes with that. Like, I think in China, didn't they literally like shrink Finn on the poster down to like a fifth of the size
because they're not nice people. Okay,
but the Last Jedi.
D. It should be in its own tier. No, what I'm gonna create.
Let's make a new tier. The Last Jedi.
Settings. Oh, we're gonna change the color to red.
Okay.
I voiced very strong opinions on this. If
Yeah,
you couldn't.
Last Jedi ruins Luke, childhood hero. Yeah, Luke is one of my favorite characters in Star Wars.
It made him like,
Other than like,
I'm an emo now.
Just the fact that he
Him
throws the
redemption.
lightsaber off the hill.
Which was so disrespectful because he used to love that thing. He cherished that thing when he was alive. He was like, oh,
Yeah, just
it was,
let's not spend too long on The Last Jedi. Let's
it
not
doesn't
give it.
deserve our attention.
Rise.
I'll put C.
C?
C or D?
High
D.
High D. Okay. Well, I feel like it's okay. I say it's the only thing that'll make it to D, but
Palpatine coming back was bold.
I mean that happened in Legends too, and it's not good in Legends either.
That's why we don't
Really?
talk about this.
Okay. Rogue One.
I'm putting that middle B too.
Middle B. Okay.
That ending credit scene where Vader goes ham on them. He literally says it's way more gruesome than New Hope.
Now here's the thing.
He literally chopped a man in half. Bro said,
what I want is like Disney, just get this right. We need a Vader series or an Inquisitors series where we get those hallway scene style fights and like
so clean.
Yes, like some of the Vader comics get gruesome. I think that there should honestly be like a darker, like
if they
I wouldn't say rated R, but like hard PG-13
or like TVMA, like make it like The Boys. Make it gruesome. Like I know it's.
I want to see Disney. Vader cutting people up. Like I know that sounds terrible, but like that's who Vader is.
He was a vicious. Or I want to see Dark World Vader. They could dive into that, like in that story arc, because that was
like adapt some of the comics and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I would like.
Here's the thing that Disney just treats the comics like they're not canon. We'll get to that when we get to Bad Batch.
Okay, Solo,
a Star Wars story. I'd put it. I'd put it above A New Hope.
Yeah.
Not A New Hope. No, sorry, Force Awakens. Sorry.
I was gonna say A New Hope.
It's not as good as Rogue One, but I really like the story.
Okay.
Of like the beginning of a certain Rebels faction.
Yeah, that
we see it with other stories such as Star Wars Rebels.
We saw Solo's coming to be, which was really nice.
And also young
Solo and Chewie.
No, not young Solo.
We saw.
God, I'm blanking on his name for some reason.
Who?
Lando.
Yeah, I like
young Lando. I loved that.
Wasn't he played by Donald Glover?
I think so.
Or somebody.
It was Donald Glover. Yeah, I think.
Okay.
The Clone Wars movie.
Hot take C.
That's not even. I wouldn't say that's a hot take. Like the Clone Wars show is good, but most people that I talk to don't like the movie.
Yeah, the movie wasn't that great. It did introduce us to Ahsoka, Rex, all the main cast.
I feel like it would be a bit better if we could just know what happened with Rod of the Hutt. Like, he's never mentioned ever again.
Bro just vanished.
And also just Ahsoka in that movie, and also a gripe for early seasons of Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Not the best.
Okay. Clone Wars. S.
Yeah. I'd even go as far.
I wouldn't put there because the first few seasons they're good, but
few seasons were like a bit off and on with their quality.
Okay, what is that?
The 2D Clone Wars.
That
peak.
A.
Okay, let's go ahead.
Top A,
even though
I love the Grievous.
Yeah, even though it's not technically canon, I don't think there's anything in there that
isn't
breaks the canon.
Yeah, so
necessarily.
they could make it, and that is Bad Batch.
Bad Batch. Okay, I like Bad Batch. Let's put Bad Batch high B.
Middle B.
Middle B.
Middle
Okay.
B.
Middle B.
I'd rather watch Rogue One than Bad Batch.
I'd rather watch Bad Batch. But
always seen.
Here's my issue with Bad Batch.
Echo.
I feel like
Echo.
this Echo, yeah, it really made no sense with like changing his CT number. Also,
what's her name?
Omega was fine. Omega was okay.
She was a bit annoying.
A bit annoying at times, but like that's the point. She's a little kid. She's meant to be annoying.
Yeah. Okay. Rebels.
But also, the thing with Bad Batch is sorry, this was what I was trying to say earlier. This is pretty much like a big thing where they retconned the comics because we see that Kanan
had
escaped from
story.
Yeah, escaped.
And it was a really good comic.
I personally really enjoyed the Kanan comics.
I did too. You lended it to me.
Yeah, when I first got it and read it, I lended it over to Decker here, and he read it. He enjoyed it too. I mean, there's no reason to say that like the major events of the story, like him joining that scoundrel or whatever,
like the gang,
couldn't have happened. It's just the planet he escapes from and the circumstances under which he escapes is different.
Okay,
but yeah, Rebels
S.
Yeah, let's go S. It's not above Clone Wars.
There.
I'd rather watch the later seasons
Very
of
much
Rebels.
Later season.
But like the later season 1
kind of slow
start. It's kind of childish.
Season 2 ramps it up.
Yeah,
Season
you
3,
get the Ahsoka Vader fight later on, and then
Maul comes back.
Yeah, I will admit,
and then it cooks.
Ahsoka. I am so excited to see so many of these characters come back in Ahsoka. We already got Zeb coming back for Mando season 3, which I enjoyed that, even though it was like just a short cameo. It was good.
It was nice, yeah.
I do hope though that in Ahsoka we do have something done with Kanan and Hera's son, Jason Syndulla.
Yeah.
Which I feel like I've got an idea for an episode on
what is that?
Certain characters in Star Wars like Jason, because like we'll go into it later.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Forces of Destiny. So basically,
I haven't seen it.
Okay, I've seen it. Basically it follows a lot of the females of Star Wars, and some episodes are pretty good. Like you get the Ahsoka episodes, the Rebels focused episodes are pretty good. I'd say low B or high C, above the movie. Mando seasons 1 and 2 peak.
But
season 3
wasn't the best, but still a good season.
Also, I've got to say, Bo-Katan by the time of season 3, it has to be like what 40 like late 40s, early 50s,
something around there.
Because like I think she's significantly younger than Satine, but I think she was like 18 by the end of the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
But even then, you have to think it's like 25,
30 years.
No, I don't think it's 30. It's like 25 to 27 years after the end of the Clone Wars.
No, it's most likely. No, maybe no.
Yeah, Mando is 5 years after. So yeah, so almost 30 episodes. 30. Almost 30 years.
Yeah. Visions. I liked Visions, especially their Ronin episode.
Ronin episode, in my opinion, kind of carries. Like, the rest of them were okay, but like,
give that man
Ronin is the only one that I really rewatch.
Give that man a TV show.
Didn't they give him like a canon book?
I think they are.
Like, even though
they're making one for him.
No, there's a book about him already out, but like, even though Visions isn't technically canon, I think that they did write a canon book because that character became so popular.
Yeah. Okay.
Book of Boba Fett.
You mean Mando 2.5?
Steaming hot pile of trash. I want to see.
How dare you talk trash about Mando 2.5, bro?
I wanted to see this bounty hunter.
I'm gonna put a high
like ruthless
murder.
But like he should have been ruling with a bit more of an iron fist than just carefree. Like a bantha.
Like a bantha.
Okay, what's this? Is this the Resistance? Okay, I haven't seen it.
I have,
but I will say,
fine. We'll put.
Yeah, let's go high D. In fact, I'd probably rather watch that than Rise of Skywalker. But like, it's just I haven't seen it, but I know that it focuses mainly on Poe Dameron. Yeah, Poe Dameron was my favorite part of the sequel trilogy, other than Kylo Ren. Kylo carried the sequels, and Poe Dameron was pretty good too.
Feel bad for his back, because
he was carrying that entire trilogy. But the idea of a Poe Dameron led series does kind of sound cool to me. So, Obi-Wan Kenobi. High B. I'd rather watch. No, I'd rather watch anything in B other than. You know what? Yeah, I'd rather watch The Force Awakens.
You're crazy.
They
smoking.
Screwed up Obi-Wan. That scene where he's like freaking walking with Leia under his coat. Are you telling me nobody in that Imperial office saw that? Like,
no, they think it's just an average kidnapping.
Even the actress of like young child Leia, she's like what 8 or something, called that out in an interview. She's like, "Yeah, I'm like this is kind of stupid or something." That's what I saw at least.
Okay.
Andor, I didn't really like it. I can see why some people like it.
I liked it.
Okay. I'd say C is reasonable place to just agree upon. Tales of the Jedi S tier.
Like I might even put it like right there.
I'd put it below Clone Wars. But I'd put it below Rebels and below Empire.
Barely
but it's
S.
No,
not
barely S.
It gives S, but
it's straight up S, but it's still
like behind all these.
It's still behind the other S tier stuff. Okay, Decker, do you see any things that you would like to change around?
Not really.
Not really? I would possibly say Phantom Menace over Visions. And then I'd also say, I know that you'll disagree with me, but I'd say Bad Batch above Rogue One. But since this is like a composite type thing, Forces of Destiny, we can move behind the Clone Wars movie, and I feel like Clone Wars movie can go above Book of Boba Fett and Andor.
Yeah.
Bottom three are pretty much staying how they are.
And I would do it if the purge was legal.
Oh my god. A tier is
fine.
A tier is solid. S tier is pretty good. I will say that S tier is kind of Dave Filoni heavy. Like he directed or had a huge hand in most of Clone Wars, most of Rebels, and most Tales of the Jedi. So yeah, those are all good.
Yeah. Okay.
Anything you want to change?
No, I think it's really good.
So
I like the rankings that we
ranking. Okay. So I think that's a wrap on the first episode, everybody. A few things. Make sure you like and subscribe, I guess. maybe turn on the notifications.
If
you don't have to.
If you have any suggestions for us, we are rookie creators. It's our first ever technical video that wasn't deleted. We will get into that at a later date. But if you have any suggestions for us, anything you would like to see from our channel, make sure to comment it. I'll most likely respond to it within a few hours unless I'm sleeping.
And especially since this is like the start and it's not going to have as much traction. Yeah, we'll probably
greatly appreciate comments so we can build up our fan.
We'll probably be able to comment a little more. Or, like respond to comments.
Well, thank you all for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. And in the words of James A. Janice, be good people.
Also, real quick, we are still in school, so if the upload schedule is a little inconsistent, sorry about that. So,
but remember,
the Force will be with you, or may the Force be with you, whatever.